Time flies. We've already been living in Singapore for 2 months and it doesn't feel that way. I still think that I just arrived last night. Today we decided to go to Macritchie Reservoir to explore some nature in Singapore because so far it has been only shopping malls for us. And we've seen some monkeys in there and maybe spent like 20 or 30 minutes just observing them. Nature was not the only thing that we were exploring. We also went to check the sport facilities in our new condo. We went to check out the gym. And we also figured out how to book the tennis court. For now, we are allowed to book it twice per week. We've been booking it so far every time, twice a week, no stops. I would love to speak to the management team and see if we could book more than just twice per week because we see the tennis court being empty more than usual, you know. Our practices for now are still a bit rusty because we haven't played for a long time. Sometimes it gets really windy in this area, so it gets really, really tough to play. But we honestly cannot complain about it. You know, when you can wake up, put on your sports clothes, go downstairs and play tennis, I mean, that's kind of a heaven. Usually after tennis we go to the other swimming pool to do some laps, but this time we just decided to chill in the pool and grab breakfast later. Later in the week, we went to explore Newton Hawker Center and ordered a chunk of food for just us two. And also we headed to Jurong East, where I lived 6 years ago. Such nostalgia hit me when I saw the place where I tried my first chicken rice and prata. But a lot has changed too. I felt good going back to see my old neighborhood. I also suggested Alex to get a mullet, and now my man has a mullet. How come did we move to Singapore? I don't really have a straightforward answer. Before Singapore, we lived in Munich for a bit more than 3 years. And before that, I lived in Russia, and during COVID, I got a job in Munich and I worked remotely from Moscow for about 6 months until I relocated to Munich. Alex also decided to relocate to Munich with me, so he got a job and worked remotely for a company that was in Berlin and London. And initially, we never really planned to live in Germany, so we always had in our mind that we would move somewhere else. But living longer in Munich made us realize that we really liked living there. It's such a nice, healthy, mindful kind of life in Munich because there are mountains right next door to you, like 1 hour away by train, and you're in Bavarian Alps. I've never lived in a city like this before, where you get awesome city vibes. I mean, Munich is pretty small, but you get everything you need in there, you know. And then on the weekend, you can just jump on a train and go hike in the mountains. I was never a hiking person. I didn't even know what hiking was. When my colleagues told me you should go hiking, I was like, wow, why would I even walk in mountains? Like, why would I do that? And after some time, we really enjoyed doing this. It's a really nice way to switch off, basically, get away from your screens. And in winter we would go, well, Alex would go skiing and I would snowboard. And you know, you wouldn't pay that much money for going on a ski holiday because you just jump on a train, rent your skis, and you can ski in there for a weekend, for 1 day, or be there for a week. So it was pretty good. But then at some point we realized, okay, we've been in Munich for 2 years. now, and do we want to continue living here or do we want to go somewhere else? And initially we were really struggling because we really enjoyed our life in Munich, but then we realized that Alex's company has an office in Singapore, and I lived in Singapore 6 years ago, and I really enjoyed it there. So we discussed, why wouldn't we want to move to Singapore and explore Southeast Asia for a bit? You know, we never went to Japan, we never went to Korea, we never went to China. Well, I went to China, but would love to explore it a bit more than what I did. Philippines, Cambodia, Indonesia, Vietnam, there's so many places to explore. And we thought that Singapore would be a nice place to live so we could explore all these different countries. And at the same time, you can still speak English in Singapore and feel very comfortable there. So yeah, that's how we ended up in Singapore, I guess. It is Alex's birthday tomorrow, so I decided to surprise him with a little homemade wall decoration. I collected some of his photos, printed them, and cut them out. But just gray faces didn't look that fun, so I thought let's add some birthday hats as well. And I thought just having Alex's faces was also not nice, so I included myself and also our friend's dog because he's just cute. And I also decided to include Nico Rosberg's face because last summer we went to our first F1 race in Budapest and Alex spotted Nico Rosberg and got a selfie with him. So I thought, why wouldn't Nico Rosberg want to be present on Alex's birthday? On Alex's birthday, we went to Thailand because this guy just found really cheap tickets to go to Krabi. So here we are after 1 hour 30 minutes, very short trip on a plane, and we're in Thailand. On day one, we decided to go island hopping. It was a really nice way to explore little islands and see beautiful beaches, swim in the Blue Lagoon. Honestly, it was really, really beautiful. At the same time, I'm not gonna lie, it was really, really touristy. There were loads of loud longboats and there was no way to escape it unless maybe you could find a way to go to a private beach and be all by yourself, you know? Here's Alex's cute face. We stopped at one beach and all of us were just watching a nice sunset, and afterwards we went back to our hotel and we got a Thai massage. That was a really good way to finish the day. Next day we woke up early in the morning for our little kayaking trip. We got picked up by our guide, and the mini guide was constantly checking if the money we paid was real. I think at the end he accepted the money. We got to our destination soon enough, and our mini guide was explaining the rules and how to use the paddles, and he was pretty serious about his job. And also he was showing us the way, how to paddle, left, right, left, right. I think he was pretty good. We stopped at the beach where our guide showed us where we could find little starfishes. Actually, me and Alex never kayaked before together, and I think we were a pretty good team. We were so in sync and super fast. Our mini guide was constantly talking to a big guide, telling loads of stories, I think from school. We did this kayaking trip to see mangroves. It looked
pretty cool, honestly. I always felt like there would be an alligator coming out. I also sometimes was not paddling at all and was letting Alex do the job. Later that day, it was raining really bad, so we just grabbed lunch, chilled in our hotel, and then were planning where to go next in the evening. After rain finished, we went to Ao Nang town and we walked a little bit around the beach, and then we saw monkeys. We actually went to Ao Nang town to check the night market because I saw the reviews that the food in there was amazing. So we had some Thai food. And then we saw that Thai boxing was happening that night. So we bought some tickets and decided to check it out. I really enjoyed the rituals before the actual boxing. It looked very interesting, and I've never seen anything like this before. I also really liked how locals were supporting and cheering, and they were so energetic and loud. I sometimes was even enjoying watching them rather than actual Thai boxing. On our last day, instead of chilling on the beach in the morning, we decided why not to go to see the Buddha in the mountains. When we arrived there, I didn't realize it was 1,250 steps, 500 meters up. Oh my, I almost rolled down the stairs. It was so hot and so steep. Buddha was okay. I really enjoyed the views up there, so I would recommend it for the views. And also at the end of our mini hike, we decided to try original Red Bull. If you didn't know, Red Bull was actually created by a Thai guy. I also just discovered it on my Thai trip. So here you are, an interesting fact. At the end, this weekend felt almost like a week. It was a really fun getaway. I'll see you next time.